Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the best products that I've ever gotten my hands on, and I'm so happy that I can finally film this now that Halloween is over, all of the commotion, and I can breathe and I can get my composure back, because Halloween, I was just having so many technical issues. I don't know if you guys have been like noticing, but I've been having like the worst luck technologically wise. So I have just been like bumping heads, like me and my computer have been like going at it because things were not working. But now I can just kind of like I am going to be talking about the Lorac Mega Pro Palette. I am so excited about this palette, and I have had this for a few weeks now, but because of everything going on with Halloween and all of the issues that I was having, I have not been able to do a video on it, but I've been able to play around with it, and now I can really give you my honest feedback on this palette as a whole. So this palette contains 32 colors, only 4 of which have been in the previous 2 Lorac palettes. So I believe that is only cream, I want to say black, espresso, and vanilla. So those are the only 4 colors that are in this palette that have been used previously. So 28 of the colors are brand spanking new, so never been seen before, never been used before. And to be completely honest with you guys, I am absolutely in love with this palette. So I've been grabbing more for this palette than any other palette in my collection. So the top 2 rows here are all matte colors, and then the 2 rows at the bottom are more shimmer and sparkle shades. The good thing about this is that the sparkle shades aren't too overly sparkly, which I don't mind because I can't do a whole lot of sparkle. And as you guys know, I am a sucker for matte shades both on lips and eyes. So the 2 top rows of this entire palette have been my best friends. So the good thing about this palette is that it's so universal and it's so unbelievably well versed. And what I mean by that is that there are just so many beautiful shades, from warm to cool tones, and just all of like the entire color spectrum can be found in this palette. So we have a lot of like the highlight shades here that you can have a matte highlight or a shimmer highlight depending on your mood. And then we have some of like the darker, more colorful shades here and here. Mulberry is a beautiful like berry wine color that is perfect for fall, as well as Merlot here, which is also a wine-based color, and it has a little bit of a shimmer in it, and you can just kind of put that on your outer V and like have a pop of that color. So today I'm using deep teal, which is this color here, right underneath my lower lash line. I don't know if you can tell because of all the lights blasting in my face, but it's a beautiful, beautiful teal color. And this palette has just been my everything. So I'm just going to do some swatches for you right now. Seen the swatches and kind of get an idea of how pigmented and how amazing these colors are, let's talk about the pros and the cons of this palette. So what I do like about this palette is that the shimmer colors aren't too overbearing, as you could see in the swatches, and like copper and sienna, like they're just such beautiful shimmer colors that they can even be used in the summer. Like when I was swatching those colors, I immediately thought spring, summer, like I'm gonna be able to use this palette all year long and not like run into an issue because this is only like a, you know, a fall or a winter type palette. This is such a universal, just everyday palette, and you can find everything. I remember when the first Lorac palette came out, people were saying like, I grab for that palette, it's a palette that I can use every day, like I leave it when I'm traveling, I leave everything else at home and I just can grab that palette. And I feel like this palette has that same quality where you can find everything that you need in this one palette. So if you're feeling more on the darker side, you know, this end of the palette's going to do well for you. They have like all the neutral and warmer shades here. So Ugh, I just love it. The only bad thing is that, and it's not really a bad thing, I don't think, it's just kind of annoying. The colors themselves are extremely soft, like it's a soft formula. So when you put your brush in it, it kind of flakes and it makes a mess. Like when I first used it and I like did my first look with it, by the time I was done with it, it looks like I had had the palette for like a year. It's such a soft formulated like shadow that it can like, I don't know, it's just like dusty. But the word dusty comes off as so negative. Now, don't get me wrong, like this does not happen on your eyes. So like as soon as you put it on your eyes, it almost turns into a cream. So you don't experience a whole lot of fallout, at least I didn't. But just on the palette itself, like it's really hard to keep this palette clean and like presentable because like you just kind of like touch it and it's just like So that's the only bad thing that kind of annoyed me about it, was I was like, oh my god, I can't even freaking touch it without it like completely like just dusting everywhere, and I don't want a messy looking palette, especially when I'm trying to show you guys how amazing it is. Also, another con about, and it's not about the palette, it's about the availability of the palette. So I already checked on the Lorac site today and saw that it is sold out on the Lorac site, but it is still, you can still purchase it on Amazon. This thing sold out within minutes. Like, I couldn't even believe it. It was not available in stores. It was only available online, and it still is. If you guys want to get your hands on it, I would really recommend this palette. If you don't get any other palette, like, get this one because it's so universal. There's so many colors that you can pick from. You can make so many looks with them, and it's just 28 new shades and 4 of the old shades. Like, Lorac really outdid themselves with this palette, and I just think that there are so many things that I can do with this. When I looked at it, I had so many visions of looks that I could create with this palette alone. Like, just, that's it. So I hope you guys, you know, take a look at the palette at least. The only bad thing that that kind of made me a little bit, I don't know, it was really weird that Lorac didn't release this in stores, so people couldn't swatch them, couldn't touch it, couldn't look at it in person. They just had to, like, on their hopes and dreams, hope that they spend the money and that they're gonna love it, because they did not release this in stores. So that's why I wanted to kind of give you guys a close-up and give you some swatches and give you my personal review of this product before you thought about buying it. I do think that this product is worth it. I do think that it's going to be a great product for somebody to own that doesn't want a million palettes in their collection. And I really think that you can do a whole lot with it. And it's just an easy palette. You grab it, you go when you're traveling, whatever. Of course, it doesn't fit in your purse. Don't take this in your purse. But it is a very well-versed palette, and Lorac did an amazing job with their formulation for these shadows. As usual, they always have amazing shadows that are long-lasting and extremely pigmented, and this was no different. They just had amazing shadows that nobody had ever seen before, and I personally love it. So if you're thinking about getting your hands on the Lorac Mega Pro Palette, do it. I think you should do it. It's an amazing product, and shout outs to my mama for keeping her eye on this for me. I would not have been able to get this without her. Love you, mommy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that this was such a short video, but I just kind of wanted to get to the point and let you guys know my personal thoughts on this amazing palette. It is completely worth it. I vote yay. I hope you guys liked it, found this video helpful. If you guys have any questions at all in regards to this palette or anything else, let me know down below. I'll be sure to answer all of your questions. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on any social media, including Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I will leave all of those links down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much again for watching. It really is dear to my heart. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Come say hi. I know that's why you came in here. Because you see a camera and you want to be all in it, huh? Say hi. Say hi. If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendships never end. I don't know why that... Really? You're just gonna growl at me? It's a bad song, isn't it? I don't know why that song came into my head. Don't be a grumpy pants. 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 Oh, you love mommy. You love mommy. No? Okay. Alright. Say bye. Say bye.